Hi, today we're going to learn how to submit an award claim form online. Now, everyone knows how to complete this using the hard copy form that we can download from the website, but today we've actually launched our new portal, so we'll be able to go through it step by step for each of you. Now, the first thing we need to do is make sure we can open our browser. The browser that we're going to be using is a coloured wheel that you can see down the bottom of my screen. That's a Google Chrome browser and the preferred browser for the portal we'll be using. If you don't have this, you can download it just by typing download Chrome. If you type that into your Google browser, the first link that you see will have a download now option. Do make sure it is a Google link that you are downloading from before you click that button. Now we're lucky enough today that we already have that browser, so we're going to go straight to our portal. Now, for anyone not aware, the LSV training portal is located at lsv.com.au/training. It's also accessible straight from the training page of the LSV website. Now, it'll only take a few seconds to load, and you can see here it's got welcome to the LSV training portal. If you've clicked that link and you aren't seeing the screen that I'm seeing, you may be at the wrong location, so go back to your URL at the top of the screen and type that link in. All right, so everyone who is a current service member with Lifesaving Victoria has a username and password. Your username goes into this box here and your password into this box here. If you're unsure of your username or password, you can contact Lifesaving Victoria on 96766901, or you can use the forgot username, forgot password option located here. All right, you can see that mine has already pre-populated these details, so I'm going to go straight through and log into the portal. Now, the functionality we're talking about today is specifically accessible to those people with a current service membership. If you don't have one, you won't see these two menu options on the left-hand side of your screen. We're going to be talking about how to submit an award claim form first. If you are looking to renew your membership, then there will be another video available for you to view. Okay? We're going to click through to this button here. If you've clicked the correct navigation button, you'll now see that on the right hand of your screen, you've got your award details, your candidate award details, and your delivery and payment option. And that is the complete form. It runs in the same order as your hard copy form that you've used for many years, but this way it's going to be much faster. And if you are on course, you can actually use it while you're delivering a workshop. Okay, that way you're able to capture your candidate's details at the time that you're delivering. All right, we're going to go through it step by step. The first section here is your details. Okay, so your first name and last name should display. Now you can actually choose the course that you're delivering, award or workshop. So today we're going to choose the bronze medallion. Now I'm going to be delivering the bronze medallion at Aqua Hub in Croydon. So I'm going to start typing that in. You can see that I've just typed the first word and it's already popped up with the option to include the address. That's a Google lookup to make it a little bit easier for you and much faster if you are on site. We're now going to choose the date of delivery. Now, in my case, we're going to be delivering today so that we can get this information to our team for processing as quickly as possible. But in the event that you have already delivered this award, you can choose a date in the past. And all you need to do is just click this back button to go to a month that has already passed. Do try to get your awards to us as quickly as possible so that we are able to process each of your candidates and deliver their certificates. So we've now completed the first section. The second section of the award claim form is your candidate award details. Now you may look at this and think there's not enough room. Do make sure that when you're delivering your award that you are reviewing the recommended maximum capacities, but you can add your additional candidates just by clicking the plus button here. Now, in the event that you have someone who you've added to this list, but they potentially haven't passed all of the required elements, then you can go back and just click that trash can icon on the right-hand side and remove that candidate's details. That way, we're not clicking them through to our team that could potentially be issuing a certificate to someone who hasn't reached the standard required. Okay, so we're going to add 3 people today. Now, when we add these details, we're going to actually input them into a system that they'll eventually have accredited training. So do be sure that you are putting their legal first name and last name in and not their preferred name. If that does happen, it may mean that down the track when they are doing accredited training, they're actually going to have to provide identification to change their name. Okay, the email address that you supplied does need to be a valid one. For testing purposes today, we are just inputting a generic email address so that we can show you how to use the system, but that's the email address that your candidate certificate is going to be issued to. Now you'll note that the default date of birth is today's date. It is very important that the date of birth is the candidate's date of birth. It does indicate obviously the date that their age is going to reflect on their prerequisite for that particular award. Okay, so now we have 3 candidates' details. Just to revisit what I mentioned earlier, so in the event that John Smith did not pass the course, we could actually remove that person just by clicking the trash can icon. Okay, we're not going to do that. We're going to try and process those 3 candidates. And that is everything that we need until we're ready to process payment. Now we don't want to do this section until we've reached the end of the award and made sure that everyone has met the requirements. We are going to decide where to mail our awards to. I'm going to have my awards mailed to my work address. Now, do I want to pay by credit card or organisation invoice? If I pay by credit card, it's nice and quick. The payment will be processed immediately and I'll be issued an invoice receipt as soon as I click the submit button. If you do prefer an organisation invoice, you just select that option, type in the organisation name, address, email and purchase order number. You will need to attach a purchase order number that is valid and you will need to itemize that number in this field in order to be issued an organisation invoice. If we don't receive these details, we will not be able to issue that and therefore your award details actually may not be processed and you'll need to do the process again. So do bear that in mind. The quickest and fastest way is to pop your credit card details in there. Okay. Once you've filled out all the credit card details or the invoice details as it's been outlined, you can see the total amount is based on the number of awards being processed and the course type selected. Click the submit button and it's going to go straight through to our team. The things that are going to happen from here is each of your candidates are going to be enrolled into that award. All of the information you've put onto this form is going to be emailed to both yourself and Lifesaving Victoria. Once we receive that information, we'll be able to check it against your service membership, making sure that you are current at the time that you've submitted, and then we'll be able to issue those certificates to each candidate. Once we issue those certificates, they'll each have their own professional development account in the portal where they'll be able to view those certificates at any time. They'll also be able to download them from the email they receive, and each person will have a username and password just like you. Now, just a reminder, if you are on site, if you click the 3 parallel lines at the top of the screen and you happen to be using an iPad, you can actually do all of this using an iPad, which makes it a little bit more mobile and still have all the same functionality I've outlined today. Thank you very much for your time. That should give you all the information you need to submit your award claim forms online, and we'll be able to process your awards as swiftly as possible.